Guys, welcome to the channel. Sonny here, and we got a banger of a global app again this week. There is some great stuff in here. It's not a big one, but there's some great stuff in here. First off, Black Desert Foundry, the link will be in the description. And as it normally is, we're gonna be getting the patch here today, Friday. On Wednesday, most of this should be in Korea, and we should be getting this in 12 days from now. Basically, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. So let's dive into it. There is some awesome stuff here. First off, we have the guild leaks. This is the 15 versus 15 guild versus guild ranked PvP system that BIS has been talking about. They finally got it out here, and it's looking exciting. So the way it works is you will be able to sign up with 15 people in your guild, and you will be matched against people in our ranking. The current system here, we're going to start at 400 whenever you sign up. It's a bit similar to Arena Solar, except, very important, you will use your own gear. This is not equalized gear, it's not gear capped, it is full gear PvP. So, whenever you're winning, as a default, you get 20 points. Whenever you're losing, you will lose 15 points. Now, there is a built-in catch-up mechanic for people starting late or being lower ranked. So, if you are below 0 and 400 points, you will gain an additional 5 points for winning and lose 5 points less. So now you get 25 for win and 10 loss for a loss. From 401 to 800, it is 23 for a win and 12 for loss, and then all on there it will be 20 and 15. Got like a winning screen here, and you get the rank update. They added 2 new maps. There was a total of 4 maps, I believe, all really good. So we have these 2 new Naval Steps and the Northwell Heidel Camp. All of these maps that they're using are great open world, often used guild versus guild spots. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for these maps that they're chosen, and adding these 2 is going to be great as well. So here, after the fights are over, you will see your rankings, your kills and death and everything, just like in Arena Solar. And of course, Warrior is bottom. EA knows, time to buff. Right, and then you have the ranking decay, all of that. It is what it is. Now, quick note, it's supposed to be 15 versus 15, but as somebody pointed out, they're only showing 10 players here, and they didn't reconfirm that it's 15 versus 15, but there is a chance it's going to be 10 versus 10. I think it's probably going to be 15 versus 15. That's what they said originally, maybe decided otherwise, but we don't know yet. So just take that with a grain of salt. Here we have some other changes in terms of when this will be ongoing. So these numbers here should be for the Korean server. It will definitely or most likely be different for NA, CR, etc., EU. So we don't know about the time yet, but there will be a time interval where these will be available. So it's not going to be a 24/7. It's going to be probably very similar to the ranked Arena Solar, having these periods of time where you can sign up and then fight other guilds. We don't know the exact time for the rest of the world yet, but at least this looks to be the Korean times. Now, a new accessory has been added. It's been a long time. This year has been a long time coming as well. It is an Evasion DP ring. The stats on it, as you can see here, is at base 2 DP, not DR, it's just the sheet DP, and for that it's Evasion. At pin, it's going to be 12 Evasion plus 13, so 25 Evasion. And 150 HP. The 150 HP is kind of important here. Now, this ring is going to take over from the green Hersus ring as being the best evasion tank build ring in the game. It will have 25 total evasion at pin. The Hersus ring only has 21, I believe. But then it also has the 150 HP, and you can put the HP cup on it for a total of 275. So for anyone out there that's been building full DP, this is now going to be the BIS. It will be dropping at Paddock's Island. Quick update to the Imperial Horse delivery. You can now do Imperial Horse delivery at all stable keepers, not just in the major cities. This here is a great one. The Sarka Barrier Infestation questline is a weekly quest where you need to do it 5 times, and it's going to give you a sheet AP and a sheet DP. Now, they're changing this to not be a weekly quest, but now a normal quest, so you can do them back to back to back. So you can bust this out in like half an hour to an hour, super easy, probably half an hour, super fast, and just get it over with so you don't have to do this over 5 weeks. On top of that, they're changing the first 2 quests to be just interact, talk with an NPC, and get those done, and then only have to kill Sarka with this scroll you get 3 times. So it's going to be super fast and super easy, and don't have to wait those 5 weeks anymore. Absolute W. They're changing the rewards a bit. It's going to be the same total rewards. They're just giving the rewards to different different areas in the quest. So it's not a big deal. Same total rewards. Next up, since we're getting the life skill crystal unification here, they are making them craftable with our recipe rather than having to go to the NPC in Land of the Morning Light. So that's super nice. Now, we're going to take two minutes here and address the unification, because I've been getting a lot of questions about this. So this is how it worked in Korea. Korea got it this week, and it's almost guaranteed it will work the exact same in the rest of the world when we get it on Wednesday. So this is how it is. You have a bunch of crystals right now. Now, every single one of these crystals, if you have them, will be converted into a fixed silver value. The fixed silver value is out. You can find that on the official homepage, depending on your region. For NA and EU, these are the values that they are already set at from the 19th, so there's been no chance to manipulate it or take advantage of this. Okay, so if you have, say, on EU, you have 16 of these vital cooking, you will get 16 times 466 million silver. Then up to 16 of both the mastery and the EXP, so that's a total of 32. That's how it was in Korea. I made sure to confirm it. So it's 16 of each. You will be able, you will get returned all mastery and all EXP. And then for each crystal you get returned, you lose 150 million out of the total value. So let's take me as an example. I have 16 alchemy crystals for mastery, and I have 16 alchemy crystal for EXP. What will happen on Wednesday is that I will get 16 times 466 million silver, non-tax, and I will get 16 times 413 million silver. That's gonna be a bunch of money. I will get that silver and all my crystals will be removed. Now, the next step is PA will then take 150 million times 16 and give me all EXP crystal, and they will remove 150 million times 16 and give me 16 all mastery crystals, which means that I will be getting around 8 to 9 billion raw silver, plus I will be getting 16 mastery crystals and 16 life crystals. So basically, you're gonna be in a good position right now. Now, what should you do in prep for this on Wednesday to maximize the value of this? The first thing you should do is make sure that you take any forest crystals you have right now and you turn them into one of these max value crystals. If you're in EU, the only one there is going to be the vital crystal for cooking. Now, every one of those crystals you make, you will be getting 466 million silver, which is more than the taxed value of selling one at max price. So that's the way you maximize your profit, is make the crystals, just keep them, don't sell them, don't do anything, just keep them, and then you will get the raw silver in return. And of course, if you don't have up to 16 of the crystals, you should be doing that first, because let's say you have no crystals right now, and you take one of those and you make this crystal right here in EU. Now on Wednesday, you will lose that cooking crystal, you will get a total of 316 million silver, and you will get a mastery crystal that you can then sell afterwards as well if you want to. So if you have any of these forest crystals, definitely make them into the highest value ones. It will be converted. If you can, in any way, you want to make 16 of the high value mastery and 16 of the high value life skilling one, because you will get silver for those, plus you will get the crystal back at only 150 million silver cost. So that's how you maximize this. I hope it wasn't too confusing. The TLDR is you're not going to lose out. If you have them, make the crystals and you're going to be in a good spot. I hope that made some sense. Next up on the update here is the Old Moon Sensor crafting. This is the item you need to do T10 attempts on your horses. They're just adding a third recipe, so you can do it with this, basically vendor bought items. instead of having to make all of these pure ingots and all that. So this is the new recipe: 1 old moon sensor mold, 300 magical lightstone crystals, 400 old moon alchemy catalyst. You can get those from a vendor, 1,000 copper ingots, and 1,010 ingots. So this should be more expensive buying these, but then you don't have to deal with the marketplace and crafting and things being sold out. So it's definitely a convenience for a bit extra value. I'll probably do this personally. Next up is some marketplace changes. The only thing here is just allowing you to buy more whenever there's more on the market. We've seen a lot of these in the past, so that is not a big deal. Also, this right here is supposed to be 1.4 billion silver for the catalyst. So it's going to be quite expensive, but you don't have to deal with the hassle of making all those items. There's also a change to the everlasting herb, and they're increasing the max price on the marketplace from 300k to 1 million silver. And I know we have some word from our investment bro, the investment guru, about this, but I just want to say that you shouldn't worry too much about this. This is a change that is meant for Korea, before you guys panic. Korea, they're completely sold out and max priced. They're max priced right now if you're checking the market on NN EU, but it's only because of this change. They've been around 200k for a while, so increasing, 1 million's max price, not 1 billion. So it's not really going to affect it. Most likely, they're not going to go up there on NN EU yet. But yeah, there you go. City of the Dead, Holmwood, and the Year Plateau. There are some changes to like blocking the path and everything. Nothing major. For ship improvements and mounts, you'll be able to, boarding a ship, arrival location has been improved to stop at the point even when using breezy sail. So they're doing the same for when you're horse riding and you're autopathing somewhere. If you're sprinting or you're doing on a mount, your boat and horse keeps going. I've been caught in the river plenty of times by doing this. So they're fixing that. So even if you're sprinting or breezy sailing, when you arrive, your boat and mount stops, finally. Next up is super nice here with transporting. Whenever you're transporting now, you can go and you can select the region, so you don't have to go and look through all the different names to find the one where you're transporting. Just nice little quality of life update. We love to see it. Now this here, the quest chains, they are doing this where some of the accessories that you use to get from these mysterious boxes, they're changing it so you won't be screwed over by that. So they're finding different ways of completing those quests. Because they're removing the mysterious accessory boxes, those are an item you can buy from the blacksmith vendor, and you can open it. It's going to be an RNG box of any type of accessories, except they're both right. It's mainly going to be used, it's mainly used for green and blue accessories. You just open them. The number one item that people are using this for is the Hearse's ring, which used to be the best evasion ring in the game. However, we got a new evasion ring from Paddock Island that's better, and they're going to make the Hearse's ring buyable from the blacksmith for 150,000 silver. So if you still want to go for that for your DP evasion build, you still can buy that. And then they're removing these bloat items that used to have relevance for things in the game, but they don't really anymore. We got a system change here, which is kind of big. They are putting a 72-hour cooldown of being a war hero. This is obviously done to prevent people from joining guilds to run guild bosses for crazy value. But it's also going to mean that if you're one of those people that do war heroing, joining fights left and right, then you'll be on a 72-hour cooldown, which basically means you can only do it twice a week. Finally, we got some huge changes to Scholar. This right here is, yeah, it's just massive. I'll show you guys. Scholar right now, with these changes, are going to be a legitimate top tier class. Really exciting stuff. First off, they're adding 5 more seconds to the attack speed buff. So it's going to go from 10 seconds to 15 seconds. They are also increasing the AoE of Golden Thunder when like the further distance you're jumping for. So you can see here, the further it is, the bigger the AoE, all the way to being a huge AoE when you're all the way at the top. They're changing some debuffs around and buffs. So the hammer spin, they are removing the slow, and they're giving it HP regen instead. And there's more changes to this. So this is really nice. One of the issues with the class is a bit of lag of sustain. This is great. Lots of sustain on this ability now. The slow is being moved over to potential energy. That's the 100% ability. 360 super armor ability. It's going to give you a 20% attack speed reduction now for 5 seconds, and attack speed or casting speed. There will be no movement speed slow anymore. So it went from a 15 all reduction to a 20% attack cast speed reduction. They're then removing the DP buff, and they're adding it to Core Fusion, which is the C ability. So use that for canceling a lot of stuff. So that should be very easy to keep up. Next up, one of the big changes here is speeding up the sideways iframe. It is so quick right now. So it's going to start insta-TPing as soon as you cast the hammer to the side, instead of casting the hammer and then moving. So huge in-combat movement speed buff. Really, really nice. Gonna make it feel way less clunky playing this class. But wait, there is more. There's a lot more. The movement distance of Giant Leaf has been increased, but the jump height has been decreased. Golden Pillar has been improved to link smoothly with the main weapon. Love to see that. And Gravity Press, that's the one where you jump up into the air and you like iframe. The movement speed has been increased, and also it's been better at going upstairs and slopes. And here comes the big change. The action speed of the following skills has been changed. And it's just all of them. We have a video here from So Frosty. I will link his channel in the description. I will also link this video here in the description. So shout out to So Frosty, who went on the Global Lab to check it out. He always does Global Labs as well on Fridays. Definitely go and give him a follow. And here you can see him using the combos and abilities and how quick it is. This is without C buff and everything. It's just her own self buff and an alchemy stone. So here we go. They really increased the attack speed on this class here. So I know people are saying like, oh, she's a bit low on damage, but she was only low on damage on abilities for how relatively slow she was. This is not slow. It's extremely fast. It's so much faster. Yeah. This is so much faster. So with this here, like, she's going to be an absolute monster. This is a huge DPS increase for PvE. And for PvP, it's also a damage increase. She can potentially get more abilities into comboing. She's going to be way faster and more slippery to get out. She's going to have faster engages and everything. Like, she's so fast right now. So her DPS just went through the roof. But also for PvP purpose, she can now iframe quicker. Because her abilities end faster, right? So she's going to be an absolute monster. I regret not having her tagged anymore. If there's a tag event, I'm definitely trying her out one more time. And a few more things here. The golden boon, the description has been changed to be more detailed. When the falling motion is displayed, it's been changed to result in a light landing when close to the ground. And a bug fix here where you could use the golden barrier and golden path, even when you had the two-handed hammer out. And then a video change. So guys, that's it for today's patch notes. Let me know what you think. What are you most excited about? Drop a comment, or also drop by the stream at twitch.tv/bprimegaming. We're covering these live every single Friday, so don't miss out for the more deep discussion. This is just a TLDR, and I'll see you all in the next one.